Donald Trump has 5 children altogether. 3 with his first wife, Ivana Trump, 1 with his second wife, Marla Maples, and his youngest with his current wife, Melania Trump. Unsurprisingly, the Trump kids live insanely lavish lives, but does all that wealth and time in the spotlight make for a great relationship with their father? According to the Trump children themselves, they have fond memories of their father during childhood. But as adults, each one of Trump's kids has a distinctly different relationship with their famous father. Let's take a look at what Donald Trump's relationship with his kids is really like. Donald Trump struggled to engage with his kids for years. Donald Trump's marriage to Ivana Trump, a ski instructor turned fashion model, spanned from 1977 to 1992, during which time they welcomed 3 children who would later become prominent figures in their own right. Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump grew up alongside their father, ultimately becoming key figures in his political endeavors. As speculation swirls around the possibility of Donald Jr. and Ivanka running for the presidency in 2024, it's intriguing to explore their upbringing and relationship with their father. Despite their eventual closeness, Ivana Trump revealed in interviews that Donald Trump initially struggled to connect with their children on a deeper level. She highlighted his difficulty in speaking their language, both literally and figuratively. According to Ivana, while Donald was undeniably loving, he found it challenging to engage in what she termed kids talk. This sentiment was echoed in subsequent interviews, where Ivana emphasized that it took years for Donald to bridge the communication gap with their children, particularly when it came to non-business-related discussions. In her appearance on Ireland's The Ray D'Arcy Show, Ivana reiterated Donald's evolution as a father, acknowledging his eventual ability to connect with their children on a deeper level, particularly once they entered university. It was during this time that Donald began to find common ground with his children, especially in matters related to business. Diaper duty isn't Donald Trump's thing. During her appearance on The Ray D'Arcy Show to promote her memoir, Raising Trump, Ivana Trump didn't hold back when discussing her ex-husband's involvement in parenting duties. She disclosed that Donald Trump had never changed a diaper during their time together, a sentiment he seemingly upheld years later. In a 2005 interview on the Opie and Anthony Radio show, Trump reinforced his stance, suggesting that certain tasks, like diaper changing, were not within his realm of responsibilities as a father. His comments sparked debate about traditional gender roles and parental duties. Notably, Melania Trump, then pregnant with Barron Trump, echoed her husband's sentiments about diaper changing in a 2015 interview with Parenting Magazine. Melania expressed contentment with their arrangement, emphasizing that it was about finding what worked best for their family. She affirmed that she didn't mind Donald's lack of involvement in certain aspects of childcare, highlighting their mutual understanding of their roles as parents. Trump's approach to parenting, rooted in traditional gender roles, raises questions about societal expectations and individual preferences within family dynamics. While some may view Donald Trump's reluctance to change diapers as antiquated or even dismissive, others may resonate with Melania's perspective on embracing roles that align with personal preferences and family dynamics. Business has always come first for Donald Trump. It's no surprise that Donald Trump devoted much of his time to his various business endeavors when his first 3 children were young. Despite being described as a caring father who loved the kids by their mother, Ivana Trump, Donald's approach to parenting differed from the traditional hands-on involvement. Ivana revealed during her candid interview on The Ray D'Arcy Show that Donald wasn't the type to take his children for leisurely strolls in Central Park or engage in typical father-child activities. Instead, he was often preoccupied with business matters, constantly on the phone tending to his ventures. Even Donald's second wife, Marla Maples, experienced similar challenges in trying to encourage his involvement in their daughter Tiffany's upbringing. While Maples acknowledged Donald's love for his children, she noted that everything seemed to be up for negotiation when it came to his parenting role. Despite her efforts to encourage him to be more hands-on, Donald's focus remained on his business pursuits. In a 2015 interview with People magazine, Melania Trump shed light on the ongoing dynamic within their family, emphasizing that Donald's commitment to his businesses often took precedence over his parental responsibilities. Melania revealed that she assumed the primary caregiving role for their son Barron due to Donald's frequent travel schedule, highlighting the demands of his professional obligations. How Donald Trump's affair brought him closer to his kids. The end of Donald Trump's marriage to Ivana Trump was marked by the revelation of his affair with Marla Maples, which ignited a media firestorm. The fallout from the divorce and ensuing tabloid frenzy deeply affected the Trump children, as revealed in a joint interview with New York Magazine years later. Donald Trump Jr., Ivanka Trump, and Eric Trump reflected on the challenging period, with Don Jr. expressing the profound impact the scandal had on him, particularly as he was a few years older than his siblings. Don Jr. candidly shared his struggles with the relentless media coverage, recalling the discomfort of being driven to school each day with sensational headlines plastered across the front pages. The invasion of their private lives into the public sphere, coupled with the confusion of navigating adult themes at a young age, left a lasting impression on him. Despite the turmoil, Don Jr. remained steadfast in his loyalty to his family, confronting his father about his perceived shortcomings. According to reports in Vanity Fair, a friend of Ivana revealed that Don Jr. confronted his father, expressing his disappointment and accusing him of prioritizing money over love. Despite the initial strain caused by the divorce scandal, the Trump children ultimately found solace in each other's support and in their evolving relationship with their father. Ivanka Trump reflected on the unexpected outcome, noting that the adversity they faced brought them closer to their father. Their daily routines became imbued with newfound appreciation as they made a conscious effort to cherish moments with their father. Paying equals parenting for Donald Trump. Donald Trump's views on parenting have stirred controversy, with the future president expressing a rather hands-off approach to fatherhood. In an interview with Howard Stern in April 2005, Trump implied that his primary responsibility as a father was financial support rather than active involvement in his children's upbringing. He asserted that providing funds was his role while leaving the day-to-day care to the mothers of his children. This perspective became evident when discussing his daughter Tiffany Trump with Marla Maples, his second wife. Following their separation, Maples relocated with Tiffany to California, where she assumed the role of a single parent. While Trump acknowledged Maples' dedication as a mother, he maintained his stance on parenting duties, emphasizing his role as a provider rather than a caregiver. Even with his third wife, Melania Trump, Trump's approach to parenting remained consistent. Melania's willingness to take on the bulk of child-rearing responsibilities seemed to align with Trump's expectations. In a phone call to the Opie and Anthony radio show, Trump praised Melania's maternal instincts, suggesting that her readiness to assume childcare duties influenced his decision to have another child. While Trump's approach to parenting may raise eyebrows, it sheds light on broader societal expectations and gender roles within families. His emphasis on financial provision over active involvement challenges conventional notions of fatherhood. Donald Trump's relationship with Donald Trump Jr. Navigating the complexities of being the eldest son in a famous family presents unique challenges, as Donald Trump Jr. can attest. Despite his vocal expressions of love and support for his father over the years, there have been indications of a strained relationship from the elder Trump's perspective. In Ivana Trump's memoir, Raising Trump, she revealed that Donald Trump Sr. harbored concerns about his son's potential shortcomings, expressing worries about him becoming a loser. The reluctance to pass down his namesake initially made Donald Sr. hesitant, requiring persuasion from Ivana to bestow their well-known name upon their firstborn. Speculation surrounding Don Jr.'s reaction to his parents' divorce has further fueled discussions about their relationship dynamics. Although they gradually began to communicate more openly, when Don Jr. Kua Donald Trump, Ja and Huong Lao, Dai Jen Moi Quan He Kua Ong, Voi enrolled at the University of Pennsylvania, tensions reportedly persisted between them. A notable incident recounted by former UPenn student Scott Melker in a 2016 Facebook post alleged that Donald Trump Sr. lashed out at his son during a visit to the university, slapping him across the face in front of classmates and instructing him to change into a suit without explanation. The Trump family denied these allegations. Despite these challenges, Don Jr. has embarked on a trajectory that mirrors his father's path, assuming roles within the Trump organization and aligning himself with his father's business ventures. However, insiders familiar with their relationship dynamics suggest that fundamental aspects of their dynamic remained unchanged. Details from the House Intelligence Committee's release of former Trump Organization lawyer Michael Cohen's previously classified testimony in 2019 shed light on the complexities of their relationship. Cohen described Donald Trump Sr.'s demeanor toward Don Jr. as particularly harsh, asserting that he was notably more critical of his eldest son compared to his other children, Ivanka and Eric. Donald Trump Sr. reportedly expressed dissatisfaction with Don Jr.'s judgment, going so far as to declare him as having the worst judgment of anyone he's ever met. Cohen's testimony revealed that Donald Trump Sr. maintained a tight grip on decision-making within the company, particularly when it came to his eldest son's involvement. According to Cohen, Donald Sr. was reluctant to entrust Don Jr. with autonomy, insisting on his approval for key decisions and even accompanying him to meetings. The intricate dynamics between Donald Trump Sr. and Donald Trump Jr. underscore the complexities of familial relationships and power dynamics within a high-profile family business. Despite Don Jr.'s apparent ascent within the Trump organization, the lingering influence of his father raises questions about the extent of his autonomy and the dynamics of their relationship. Donald Trump's relationship with Ivanka Trump. If there's ever been speculation about who holds the title of favorite among Donald Trump's 5 children, all arrows seem to point to Ivanka Trump. As the eldest daughter in the Trump clan, Ivanka has shouldered significant responsibilities within the family business while also carving out her own path in the world of luxury fashion and accessories. Donald Trump Sr. has often sung his daughter's praises, although at times his admiration has veered into uncomfortable territory. In 2018, during an interview with GQ, one of Donald Trump's advisors shed light on the special bond between Trump and his daughter Ivanka, although some might describe it as unconventional. Indeed, the former president has a history of making cringeworthy and downright inappropriate remarks about his eldest daughter, particularly during appearances on The Howard Stern Show. In a shocking turn of events, Trump even granted the shock jock permission to refer to Ivanka as a piece of Abe during a 2004 interview. His lack of restraint extended to matters as personal as Ivanka's physical appearance, as evidenced by his response to Howard Stern's inquiry about whether Ivanka had undergone breast augmentation. Trump confidently asserted, "I would know if she did. She's actually always been very voluptuous." However, perhaps the most notorious instance of Donald Trump's peculiar comments about Ivanka occurred on daytime television. During their joint appearance on The View in 2006, Trump was asked how he would react if Ivanka decided to pose nude for Playboy. His response left everyone, including Ivanka herself, visibly uncomfortable. Trump remarked, "I don't think Ivanka would do that, although she does have a very nice figure." Before dropping the bombshell, "I've said if Ivanka weren't my daughter, perhaps I'd be dating her." The remark sparked widespread condemnation and further fueled speculation about the nature of their relationship. Despite public backlash, time hasn't seemed to temper Donald Trump's tendency to make eyebrow-raising remarks about Ivanka. In a 2015 Rolling Stone profile, he continued to lavish praise on his daughter's beauty, remarking, "She's really something, and what a beauty that one." He then trailed off, seemingly aware of the inappropriate implications of his words. While this wasn't the first instance of Trump publicly expressing admiration for his daughter, recent events have cast a shadow over their father-daughter relationship. In 2021, Ivanka and her husband, Jared Kushner, took a step back from their involvement in Trump's political endeavors after being subpoenaed. Ivanka's testimony regarding the 2020 election, during which she stated that she saw no evidence of election fraud, reportedly displeased her father. The New York Times even reported that Trump was extremely unhappy with her comments. In response to speculation about Ivanka or Jared's involvement in his potential 2024 presidential campaign, Donald Trump addressed the issue on Truth Social, clarifying that he never asked them to participate and, in fact, specifically requested that they refrain from doing so. Donald Trump's relationship with Eric Trump. Growing up as the youngest of Donald Trump's 3 children with Ivana Trump and the middle child overall, Eric Trump experienced the challenges of his parents' separation at a tender age. Merely 6 years old when his parents went their separate ways, Eric found himself navigating the complexities of family dynamics in the midst of his parents' divorce. Despite residing just 10 floors away from his father in Trump Tower following the separation, Eric's interactions with his dad were limited, with Donald Trump's demanding schedule leaving little time for quality father-son bonding. In the absence of a full-time father figure, Eric turned to his older brother, Donald Trump Jr., for guidance and support. Reflecting on their relationship in a 2006 interview with the New York Times, Eric expressed gratitude for his brother's mentorship, stating, "Donnie's always been my friend, a mentor. In a way, he raised me. My father, I love and I appreciate, but he always worked 24 hours a day." While Eric maintains a loving and appreciative relationship with his father today, their journey has not been without its challenges. Donald Trump's romantic entanglements following his divorce from Ivana elicited mixed emotions from Eric, particularly when his father began dating other women. Speaking candidly to New York Magazine, Eric revealed grappling with feelings of resentment during this period, particularly when the subject of Marla Maples, Donald Trump's second wife, arose. Eric chose to remain silent on the matter of Marla Maples, but his sentiments took a positive turn with the emergence of Melania Trump, Donald Trump's then-fiancée. Expressing admiration for Melania's positive impact on their father's happiness, Eric emphasized his appreciation for her role in Donald Trump's life, highlighting her contributions and dispelling any lingering resentments. Although Eric may not share the same closeness with his father as he does with his brother, he remains one of Donald Trump's most ardent supporters. Eric has demonstrated his loyalty in various ways, even going as far as to publicly declare his love for his father during a political rally in February 2022. In a moment captured on speakerphone for the crowd to hear, Eric professed his affection, stating, "I speak on behalf of every single person here. They love you, I love you, we're proud of you." Donald Trump's response, a simple yet appreciative "thank you very much," highlighted the complexity of their relationship. Despite their differences, Eric continues to champion his father's financial and political aspirations, even amidst the controversies surrounding the Trump family. As an active presence on social media and in interviews, Eric staunchly defends his father's actions and vigorously responds to critics, reaffirming his unwavering support for the Trump legacy. Donald Trump's relationship with Tiffany Trump. Tiffany Trump, the only child of Donald Trump and his second wife, Marla Maples, came into the world amidst the tumult of her father's well-publicized affair during his first marriage to Ivana Trump. Growing up, Tiffany grappled with the challenge of being the youngest and often overlooked member of the Trump family. Unlike her older half-siblings, Don Jr., Eric, and Ivanka, who basked in the limelight of their father's empire, Tiffany remained somewhat secluded from the family's business affairs and public engagements. Tiffany Trump's upbringing on the West Coast shielded her from the relentless scrutiny of the New York tabloids, but it also inadvertently cast her as the lesser-known Trump sibling in the eyes of the public. This characterization, often perpetuated by the media, has been a source of frustration for Tiffany, who yearned for a closer relationship with her father, Donald Trump. In a candid interview with the New York Times in 2016, Tiffany's mother, Marla Maples, revealed the toll that this portrayal took on her daughter, igniting Tiffany's determination to bridge the gap and connect more deeply with her father. Maples shared Tiffany's desire to spend time with her father in a manner similar to her older siblings, such as visiting his office and witnessing him at work, albeit with the realization that Donald Trump's focus had shifted from the boardroom to the campaign trail. During Donald Trump's presidential campaign, Tiffany did step into the spotlight to support her father, including delivering a speech at the Republican National Convention. However, insiders suggest that their relationship grew strained following Trump's inauguration. Reports surfaced of extended periods of silence between father and daughter, with Tiffany feeling disconnected and unwelcome at family gatherings. Despite her occasional appearances at Trump family events, Tiffany found herself on the periphery of her father's administration, with limited involvement in official matters. Trump biographer Gwenda Blair offered insight into Tiffany's marginalization within the Trump brand, noting that her absence from the forefront of her father's presidency may stem from her perceived lack of alignment with the family's overarching image. However, Donald Trump's remarks and actions have painted a different picture, suggesting a disparity in his expectations and treatment of Tiffany compared to his other children. In a Fox News interview, Trump conspicuously relegated Tiffany to a lesser status among his children, indicating that he expected less from her due to her recent graduation from college. Such comments from her father have underscored the challenges Tiffany has faced in carving out her place within the Trump dynasty. Even during significant milestones in Tiffany's life, such as her wedding, her father's political preoccupations managed to overshadow the occasion. While Donald Trump walked Tiffany down the aisle, his struggle to refrain from discussing his own political affairs during her special day highlighted the complexities of their father-daughter relationship. Despite the obstacles and occasional neglect she has faced, Tiffany Trump continues to navigate her unique position within the Trump family with grace and resilience, striving to forge her own path while grappling with the expectations placed upon her as a Trump. Donald Trump's relationship with Barron Trump. The youngest of Donald Trump's children, Barron Trump, has remained a somewhat enigmatic figure within the Trump family. Born to Donald and Melania Trump, Barron stepped into the national spotlight at the tender age of 11 when his father assumed the presidency. Despite his young age, Barron's entry into the White House marked a significant transition, albeit one that his parents endeavored to navigate with a semblance of normalcy. However, Barron's pre-White House normal included the opulent surroundings of his very own floor within Trump Tower in New York City, according to Politico. Despite the Trump family's concerted efforts to shield Barron Trump from the public eye, growing curiosity about the youngest Trump's life and his relationship with his father, Donald Trump, continues to mount. Revelations from journalist Michael Wolff's book, Fire and Fury Inside the Trump White House, as reported by the New York Post, shed light on Donald's parenting style, suggesting that he has been relatively absent from Barron's upbringing, as he was with his older children. Melania Trump, however, has been vocal about her role as the primary caregiver for Barron. In a 2015 interview with People magazine, she acknowledged assuming the lion's share of parenting responsibilities while emphasizing the mutual respect and admiration between father and son. Melania highlighted the special bond between Donald and Barron, noting that Barron cherishes their one-on-one time, particularly during outings such as private dinners and golfing sessions. Throughout Donald Trump's presidency, Barron's public appearances were infrequent, as he largely remained out of the spotlight. Unlike his older siblings, Barron's formative years unfolded amidst the whirlwind of his father's presidential tenure, resulting in limited opportunities for father-son interaction. While Donald Trump has been notably protective of Barron's privacy, his public comments about his youngest son have been relatively scarce. According to insights shared by a family friend to Politico in 2019, Barron's athleticism and towering height have been a source of paternal pride for Donald. Donald's public remarks further underscore his admiration for Barron, as evidenced by his glowing comments during a rally in 2020, where he lauded Barron's physical stature and handsome appearance. Despite occasional glimpses into their relationship, the dynamic between Donald and Barron Trump appears to be shrouded in complexity. While Donald Trump's protective stance regarding Barron's privacy is evident, the nature of their bond remains largely undisclosed. Barron himself has refrained from making public statements about his relationship with his father, leaving much to speculation. As Barron transitions into adulthood, the question of whether he will choose to share insights into his upbringing and relationship with his father looms. Whether Barron will offer a glimpse into his experiences growing up in the White House remains to be seen, as he continues to carve his path within the Trump family legacy. Donald Trump's kids may never escape his shadow. Donald Trump's role as a father has always been characterized by a strict set of rules and high expectations. He has emphasized the importance of steering clear from vices like drugs, alcohol, and cigarettes, a sentiment he has openly shared with People magazine. Yet, living up to the Trump name, particularly as one of his children, has proven to be a daunting task. Donald Trump Jr., the eldest of Trump's children, has acknowledged the weight of his father's legacy, reveling the pressure he feels to meet his father's exacting standards. This pressure stems from Donald Trump's own apprehension about bestowing his name upon his son, as recounted in his mother's memoir. In a revealing interview back in 2010, Donald Jr. candidly expressed the challenges of bearing the Trump name. Despite his father's success, Donald Jr. admitted to feeling the constant shadow of expectation and perfectionism that comes with being the son of a renowned figure. Trump biographer Michael D'Antonio provides further insights into Donald Trump's parenting style, describing it as more akin to managing employees than nurturing familial relationships. D'Antonio suggests that Trump views his children as assets to be utilized for his own benefit, rather than as individuals with their own aspirations and identities. This approach may have influenced the Trump children's roles during their father's presidency, where they were actively involved in supporting his agenda. Despite the unconventional nature of their relationship, it's evident that Donald Trump cares deeply for his children, albeit in his own distinctive way. As the Trump family continues to navigate the complexities of their dynamic, there remains speculation about the future of the Trump legacy, including the possibility of one of his children following in his footsteps and returning to the White House with their own offspring in tow. What are your thoughts on Donald Trump's parenting style and its impact on his children? Share your insights in the comments below. And for more thought-provoking discussions and updates on noteworthy personalities, remember to like and subscribe. Until next time, stay tuned.